Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 daily operations weather brief. Today we've got another mild day in store here on the shore, and our temperatures are once again below the seasonal average with some increased cloud coverage out there today, and that's as a result of an upper level disturbance rotating through our local area aloft. And as those clouds have thickened out overnight, our temperatures have somewhat stabilized or even risen over the past few hours, with a continued thinning trend expected to get underway once we move towards the afternoon. As for our rain chances today, they do once again remain on the low end with only a very slight chance of an afternoon or early morning shower in the early hours of tomorrow. So expected to remain mainly dry for today. Now, moving on to our most recent surface analysis chart, we do have a high pressure surface high that is sitting just west of our local area this morning, and an upper level region of low pressure is sliding into northern New England. That high pressure region is anticipated to continue moving east and build in overhead today, and we will see its exit pushing off the coast come Friday. Now, looking towards Friday, we'll see much of the same, as high pressure and that upper level trough will continue to be our more so dominant features in our synoptic setup. And another overnight disturbance will be moving through, and that should work to increase our overall cloud coverage and maybe even moderate our temperatures slightly. However, with that being said, our temperatures and our precip chances do look similar to those of today. Moving to our current weather conditions out on the field, we do have a scattered layer at 10,000 feet and a broken deck at 25,000 feet with 5 statute miles of visibility, slightly reduced due to some haze out there. And then winds are out of the southwest at about 3 knots and at times remaining calm. And for our temperature, we are at 65 degrees and a relative humidity of 75%. Moving to the satellite imagery from this morning, we can see right here moving through is that upper level disturbance, and that is working to kick up this cloud cover. However, the thickest portion of it is slowly drifting offshore, and we should see gradual thinning, however, not necessarily clear skies, but thinning at the very least. Now moving on to our model run for today. This is the HER on a 24-hour loop, and we can see that we remain largely dry. I mean, maybe there's a couple spots where showers pop up briefly and then they dissipate rather quickly, but overall we do remain dry through today's period. And that brings me to the 24-hour forecast, where today we started off in the mid-60s at the beginning of our forecast period and are expected to climb into the mid to upper 70s. Our relative humidity is remaining much lower than what we've seen over the past week or two, with yesterday being the exception. So a continued day of more so dry conditions. And our winds do remain light and gradually increase throughout the forecast period, with some gusty or more so gusty conditions working their way in the overnight and early hours of tomorrow morning. We are green across the board for today, with only some very slight chances of an afternoon shower and or an early morning shower come those early hours of tomorrow. Now, bringing up the short-term risk chart for today. On Friday, we can anticipate mostly sunny conditions and not much in the name of any rain or wind threat, and a high of 81. Similarly, on Friday, we're going to see rather nice conditions with clouds building in, unfortunately, but partly to mostly cloudy, a low of 61. And then on Saturday, we'll see those clouds lingering, and then they'll progressively go on a downward trend in overall coverage and clear throughout the day, and a high of 76 with greens across the board. So a nice couple of days ahead as we work into the holiday weekend. And that is going to conclude the 8:15 daily weather operations brief. Hope everyone has a great day, and I will be back at 10 with the 7-day outlook.